Alright guys, today we're doing a Butterfly Viscaria authenticity check video. The fake one is from a second-hand platform. The real one is from Taobao. It's a Japanese version. First, let's look at the box. Fake on top, real on the bottom. You can clearly see the real box has a much brighter color and the print clarity is also pretty good. Now look at the fake one. The colors are dull. The surface tones aren't vibrant. On the real one there's a tiny notch right under the zero. And the font style, the zero, is more round. On the fake one the zero is more elongated, like an oval, right? And on the fake, look at the English letters here. Specifically the first letter of the barcode stamp, it should be U. And the second letter should match the second letter in the barcode. On this real one, you see, Y is first then K is second. And K is here at the back of the box. The table tennis lettering is completely different, see. The real one is more grayish, the fake is much darker. Once you open the box, let's look at the interior. The fake box interior is like plain white A4 paper, super white. But the real interior is actually gray cardboard. And this applies to all the interior. Gray means it's real, white means fake. Gray is genuine, white is counterfeit. Also, looking at the box from the top. The fake box has very dense grooves packed closely together. The real one has grooves that are not as dense, they're spaced further apart. Open it up, and like I said, the genuine one has gray cardboard as the interior base. The fake one, when opened, is pure white inside. Always pure white, see? And inside the real box, if you look carefully you'll notice the left and right sides overlap the top and bottom. On the fake one, the top and bottom overlap the left and right exactly opposite. Now that we've covered the box, let's look at the blade. Looking at the paddle surface. First, notice the cleanliness and brightness of the surface. The fake one looks dull and lackluster, not clean. The real one is much brighter, clean and crisp. Now, there's a line here, but actually the parallel line is cut cleanly. It's a clean cut, you can see it's vertical here and there's a thin gray line above. But this might vary by version. It may not be the same across all. It just has that extra gray line. On the real one, if you look straight down at the surface you can't see that gray line at all. Only when you tilt it then you see the clean cut. Now, looking at the handle you can see the fake handle is more bluish in color while the real one is more grayish and the grain is finer. Now look at the logo on the fake, you can see there's no distinct stamp, right? It's problematic, you can see it's off. On the real one, the lettering is very clear. Next, the hologram lens. Compare the fake and real side by side. Right is fake, left is real. Looking at the color, the real hologram is more grayish blue-green. That's the best way to describe it. Gray, blue, green. The fake hologram is more bright, light green. The fake logo protrudes outward. The real one actually sits slightly recessed. See that? Now the tail badge. Can you tell which is real? Left is real, right is fake. The fake tail badge has indentations at the four corners and visible gaps. The real tail badge is matte finished and all four corners sit flush with the handle. As for the print quality on the real blade, I'd say as long as there aren't more than 3 to 4 imperfections. Even though this real one is genuine, it still has some minor print imperfections. Nothing too serious, as long as it's under 4 spots it should be fine. Overall, it's acceptable. But on this fake one, the stamp font is also different. The real one has it here and the fake one has poor printing quality overall. Easily more than 4 to 5 errors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the font just looks weird. All of these are printing flaws. I bought this fake from a second-hand platform for 390 RMB. I had a feeling it might be fake, but I kept asking the seller, who claimed it was brand new, authentic, and factory gripped, and that the butterfly code could be verified. Turns out the code was just copied from a genuine one. The seller also said it was a display model, so the code had been checked 2 to 3 times already, hence the low price. I thought I'd buy it and test it. Worst case, return it if it's fake, and if it's real, I'd have scored a deal. Turns out it was indeed fake, but the price gave it away. If it were 100 RMB, I wouldn't bother returning it. Could use it as a practice paddle. In summary, for real box, the blade image matches the blade color closely. Fake ones are darker and warmer. The 2 letters in the bottom left must match the first letter of the barcode. Table tennis text color real has a smooth gradient. Fake has darker color with strong contrast. Butterfly blades have a serial code and it must match the code on the box. For Chinese versions, the code can be verified up to 3 times. Look at the depth of the code stamp. Fake ones are shallow, poor stamping quality, easy to spot. The tail badge has several clear differences. Real one has a brushed metal texture. Fake is very shiny. Real sits almost seamlessly. Fake has visible gaps at the edges. The JTTAA mark below the tail badge is also different. Fake is carved in, deep with no burn marks. For those interested, use a hairdryer on hot for 2 to 3 minutes to peel off the tail badge and you'll find some Japanese text underneath. Genuine ones have fine, smooth craftsmanship with no raised parts, while fake ones have rough workmanship. Look at the hologram lens. Real ones are recessed while some fakes are raised. Real ones are jade-green and slightly duller. Fakes tend to be bluish or overly bright. The handle on real ones uses tech wood with tightly arranged grain lines. Fakes don't have such neat, dense grain. They look more like a single piece of wood. Looking down from the top edge of the handle, you see a dark line, but from the side, it's actually the cut surface. To check if it's genuine alt carbon, look at the edges for tiny fibers. If you see them, it's real. If not, then it's glass fiber or carbon powder, which costs just a few bucks.